Libra, welcome to your April 2025 mid-month reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. I hope you're doing well. Definitely a lot of interesting energies that we have here going for the rest of the month. Things are definitely heating up astrologically. Mercury coming into Aries, conjuncting Neptune in Aries. Mars coming into Leo. So talk about, the fire being restored, which fire is all about decisiveness. It's about power, authority, passion, energy. So if you've been feeling low on energy or not as motivated, that's definitely about to change. Let's see here though. You did pull the Sun card here in your challenge. We'll see what that's about here in a moment, Libra. Let's see. We are stepping into Taurus season later on during the month, right? So that Sun will come into Taurus on, I believe it's the 19th. And then we'll have Mars and Leo square that Sun in Taurus, and then that Sun in Taurus will square Pluto. So there's a lot of fire, and fire, the downside of a lot of fire can be hasty decisions or being in a hasty sort of tense energy and needing to express but not thinking things through. And Taurus is a sign that does deal with stability, and it deals with reliability and patience. So this is where we kind of have to be wise with how we channel this fire energy. So let's see here. And that's, yeah, I already said that. All right. You pulled this Capricorn card. It says achieve here. I think this, for the rest of the month, Capricorn really is about our goals and us having to get tenacious and having to get more critical when it comes to being more disciplined, having structure, so that way we can create and build or achieve the things that we're after. So I feel like this, for the rest of the month, there's this energy here of you definitely wanting to conquer and achieve. And I think all this fire coming in astrologically is what's really making, giving us that drive. So you'll definitely be feeling it. You have this Mother Earth card. Very interesting that you pulled this Mother Earth card. It's the Earth Star Chakra, and Taurus is the Earth, right? It's ruled by Venus, but it's an Earth sign, right? And it's Venus, so it's very kind of Gaia-like, very Mother Earth-like. So it's very interesting that you pulled this card here. And the one thing about this Mother Earth card is that, well, it symbolizes fertility and abundance. Fertility and abundance. And wanting to have beautiful things, wanting to obtain and create beautiful things. Let's see here. Also it does deal with our stability, money, resources. With that Capricorn card, you're definitely wanting to achieve more, gain more here for yourself. You pulled this, remember love is the key, love what you have in your life right now. Yeah, I think there's stress, right? And a little bit of impatience. You did pull the Nine of Swords here for the overall energy. This is actually a good read. I think things will turn out a lot better than you expect here. But I do see with this Nine of Swords, you feeling stress, restless. This is that Sun square Mars energy. The Nine of Swords is an energy of restlessness. And this is a very interesting energy too, because the Sun will come Mars will come into Leo. This is very important. I'm about to give you insight. This is very important, Libra. Mars will come into Leo on I want to say it's the 19th or 18th. 17th, 18th. It could be the 18th. I think it's the 18th. 17th, 18th, around there. But it's interesting right now because we do have this Mars in Cancer that is getting, the Sun in Aries is getting very close to squaring that Mars. So that Sun square Mars brings Nine of Swords energy, restlessness, feeling hasty with your decisions, feeling stressed, feeling like you need to act, you need to do something, right? So I would be aware. It's like, yes, maybe you're being pushed to do something, right? To take some form of action, but make sure it's coming from a grounded place here. Because I sense here with this Eight of Swords, you could be feeling very overwhelmed. There's a lot that you're thinking about, things that you're trying to process. And it also, too, I see the Eight of Swords when we get stuck in analysis paralysis. And because we're stuck and we're overwhelmed, or there's a lot that's on our mind, things to figure out, but we kind of are just literally stuck, it's like we just want to just do anything, right, to break free from that. Which I agree, it's like you have to do something. But be aware, though, of making a hasty decision. You want to make sure that your decisions are grounded, and not let your frustration get the best of you. You may be like, Austin, what the fuck are you talking about? Just come back and let me know. You come back and let me know what happens from now to the end of the month, please. You have the Sun card here in your challenge at this time. This is a good read, though. The direction of this read goes in a positive direction. The Sun card's in your challenge right now. There's a couple of things with the Sun card being here. The Sun card can literally represent optimism, and it's our attitude, right? Like having a positive outlook, an optimistic attitude. And it's not that I feel like you don't have that, but I feel like it's almost in a way intuitively I'm picking up on. It's like there has to be some form of action with it, right? It's one thing to just be positive and optimistic and be hopeful, but it's another thing to use that energy to do things with it. And I think that's what you're ultimately stressing and what you're trying to do with it. Very interesting. You pulled the Fool card here. And also too, I would say the Sun card as well does deal with public. The public, your reputation, it can deal with fame. The Sun is visibility, right? The Sun is the most visible thing, right? It illuminates everything. So in a way, the Sun card is the illuminator. It's illumination. And I think what you're looking for is like that deep soul answer. And I think too, the Sun card is the sun. It's your being. I think you're wanting to step into this bigger version of yourself. You want to become more. You want to grow. You want to expand. You want to conquer things. In a way, Libra, I got to be real. There is an energy here with that Capricorn card, achieve. It's like you want to make your mark. You want to leave a legacy. You want to build something solid and concrete. And this Fool card as your advice, well, very interesting, because the Fool card is Uranus. And what they both have in common, what they symbolize is, well, it's the spontaneous urge to go beyond what one has done before. So that Fool card as your advice is saying to, my bad, sometimes this thing skips. But that Fool card here as your advice is saying here to take the leap of faith, right? To take a chance here. The Fool card is, it's that spontaneous urge. I always say this in my videos because I'm trying to really paint the picture so it's realistic when you come to the tarot. It's that spontaneous urge to go beyond what you've done before, to enter into some type of newer experience. It's about innovation, transformation. It's the initiation. I think, it's interesting that the Fool card's coming out in your read because the Fool card is Uranus. And in the astrology right now, we have Venus that just stationed direct, your ruling planet, conjunct Saturn, sextile Uranus. So it's this Venus conjunct Saturn, this responsibility and this structure that we need to spiritually and emotionally understand and become aware of what we're planning for long term when it comes to the Venus stuff, our relationships, our money, how we want to create, how we want to discipline ourselves when it comes to the creation. And then sextile Uranus is, there's these other options, there's these other timelines, there's these things here that I can shift and pivot here, and I'm seeing things and understanding things in different ways. But again, it is Uranus too, right? With Uranus, like you still have to, bring the innovation, which would be the Fool card. The Three of Cups is in the future position, which is a positive outlook here, positive celebration coming together here. So Three of Cups is being able to celebrate things coming together harmoniously, spiritually and emotionally. And you could be having a really good time here this week as well. Like you're finding very positive energy with your family groups and communities here. So there could be like a reunion and event or a get together, or there's something like that. I know Easter's coming up, so that could be that. You have the Tower here in the outcome position. And I like this Tower actually being here in the outcome, because what I think this Tower is, it literally is, it's the archetype of Mars. But I think here with this Mars, it's this breaking free from this Eight of Swords. It's sort of the self-imposed tower, right? And now you're being liberated from it. You have the Wheel of Fortune here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Wheel of Fortune says, the way I'm reading this, it can point to transits and divine timing. Right now, astrologically, we have all the planets direct. Everything is speeding up. And it really is Fast and the Furious. Have you ever seen that last clip of Fast and the Furious? Where it's like they're racing, right? It's like my point, I don't even know where I'm going with that. But my point is like everything is speeding up. And with all this fire energy, it's like passion, ambition, it's drive, it's decisiveness, it's authority, it's power. And so there's all this energy to go. And everything's moving forward. So the Wheel of Fortune is saying like the transition of change is in your favor. The transition to begin things, to flow into a new type of process is in your favor. Clarify the Nine of Swords. You have the Eight of Pentacles here for the overall energy, right? This Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles is stress, worry, anxiety, right? About the work that you're doing. Like Eight of Pentacles is the work that you do to gain stuff for yourself. It's that shit that if we didn't have to do, we want to do it, but it's like, it's our job. We got to do it, right? It's part of our dedication, our mission, or it's part of something that we're mastering or something. It's just our work. And so there's stress around it. But I feel like it's more so tension. There's this, with this Capricorn card, there's this stress to achieve. Clarify the Eight of Swords. You pulled the Two of Wands here. Yes, I think right now you're kind of caught, in the wind here. It's like a lot of different things that you're thinking about, but indecision, not knowing what decision, right? It's very interesting because the Two of Wands is Mars, and it's Mars and Aries. But the Mars energy is coming through in the read, right? Because it's reflecting the transits. Readings reflect the transits. Vice versa. As above, so below. So that would be that Mars square that's happening right now with the sun. Or it's starting to happen. It's like, I need to take action. Clarify the sun. You have the King of Cups in your challenge. Yeah. One thing I see though too is it's the commitment, right? I think the commitment is the challenge. King of Cups is love and devotion, and the Sun card is happiness and joy and positivity and optimism. And it deals with leadership, reliability, stability. So that's where the commitment and the discipline has to come in order for you to be a good leader, right? Or to lead anything. And I think because you have this part of your personality that that values devotion and love, I think right now you're trying to assess your mind and figure out like, what do I want to devote myself to? How do I want to devote myself, or in what ways should I devote myself? Clarify the Three of Cups in the future. You pulled the Two of Cups here. There's some good news happening here in regards to your relationships. I see that. So if you're single, you could be meeting someone here, and there could be a date even. If you're in a relationship, this could be something fun coming together with you and this person here. It's very, very enjoyable. And when it comes to yourself here, and I think it's possibly in all areas of your relationships, but when it comes to yourself here, Libra, this Three of Cups, Two of Cups is you being able to connect and feel like you're a part of something that is emotionally and spiritually fulfilling. Right, it's uplifting. So it could be like something. It could be like a group or a community. You feeling more social too. Clarify the Tower and the outcome. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's the breakthrough. This is leaving behind an old reality. Six of Swords is moving into more calmer waters. If it was the Five of Swords in that tower, I'd be like, okay, hold up, Libra. But Six of Swords in the tower is, all right, it's like, it's time for me to open up my mind to different ways here. I don't need to stay stuck in the same rigid structures. I can change them. So in a way, the Eight of Swords is actually the prison of the mind. And the Six of Swords is the escape of the mind. Oh, wait. Yeah, the Eight of Swords is the prison of the mind. And the Six of Swords is the escape of the mind. So this is you getting out of this kind of overthinking or this analysis paralysis dilemma. Clarify the Tower as your advice. You pulled the Ace of Cups, yeah. The Ace of Cups is some form of new emotional and spiritual thing that you feel connected to, and it rejuvenates you, or brings peace, it brings serenity, right? The Fool card is really heart-led, so it's the feeling of the heart, trusting where the heart is taking you, which that Uranus, it's what's required for Uranus, because you need courage for Uranus. It's like Uranus is like, yeah, it gives you the spontaneous urge to do something, but you're going to need courage to enter into some type of new experience, or just try something new, start something new, move in a new direction, right? That's why it's the leap of faith, trust the unknown. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's fucking interesting. I pulled this reversed on accident. It's the Ten of Swords reversed with the Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Swords in reverse in the tarot is actually good. It's when the swords fall out. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm gonna pull one more clarifier on that. You pulled the Ace of Wands here, yeah. It's like it's the end to the overthinking. It's the understanding of a new way. It's understanding something in a new way. And with the Ace of Wands, it's like it gives you, because you're understanding something in a new way, and you're not stuck in this loop of overthinking or trying to think how to put something together. It's like you're understanding something here. So this Ace of Wands is giving you decisiveness and clarity, right? And power and initiative here to leap into or make the transition here. So you're about to get unstuck. The energy is we're already starting to get unstuck astrologically. Everything's direct. Now this fire that's about to come in is about to fire your nervous system up. I'm telling you, Mercury rules the nervous system. Mercury coming into Aries. Aries is fire, right? Fire. Conjunct Neptune. This is transcendence on another level, right? Passion, ambition, visions, dreams, goals, this urgency. And it's like, oh my God, like I need to start. I need to get going. And then Mars and Leo trying that energy is like Mars, your actions and initiative, Mercury, the mind. So this is the will and the mind coming together to initiate things, figure things out, solve things. It's sharp penetration, concentration, right? But you got to be aware though, with that Sun square Mars, it's like all this fire's coming in, but don't make hasty decisions, because too much fire energy can lead to hasty decisions, and that can create conflicts on all types of levels. So be aware of that. And then that Sun's getting closer to squaring Pluto, with Mars also in the mix, opposing Pluto, squaring that Sun. You got to be aware of conflicts, pride, stubbornness, and Pluto, pushing things way too far beyond the limit to where like there's fucking repercussions. So just you got to be aware of how you react and respond to things. But otherwise than that, I mean, it's a lot of fire to fire you up. So yeah, that's what I got for you, Libra, in your reading. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can. That link's down below in the description. My reads are on sale at this time as well. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. And yeah, otherwise than that, I think this week looks good for you. So I appreciate you, Libra. If you need any guidance, direction, if you want to ask me any question, you could definitely hit me up with a reading. And yeah. All right. I'll see you later. Bye, Libra.